Self-development and video games. It is often said that these two topics are somewhat incompatible, that if you want to start growing yourself and developing yourself, you need to give up or greatly restrict video games. But is this statement true? Or is self-improvement and video games actually compatible? Well, if you want to learn about it, stick to the end of the video. Let's get started. But first of all, what is self-improvement? Well, as the own name suggests, it is doing activities that will help you grow as a person and achieve your goals. This is either working out, dedicating time to your online business, making friends, basically any goal that you can have. Video games are said to be extremely limiting to do this, but as a person who loves gaming but also wants to improve himself, I was very interested to learn if I could combine these two topics, and well, the answer might surprise you, but actually yes, you can do self-improvement and video games at the same time, but with an important how. For talking how we can make self-improvement and video games compatible, first let's look it from both perspectives. So people who says that video games and self-improvement are not compatible mainly stand within 3 points. First, that video games can suppose a lot of time and that gaming keeps you off of doing the things that you need to do, like studying, working out, etc. The second thing is that they say that video games are extremely addictive, and rather than being something that you enjoy is more of an addiction. And thirdly, that video games can destroy your mental health and take away energy for doing other activities. However, it is important to keep in mind that there are also many arguments that support that playing video games can actually be beneficial for your self-improvement journey. First of all, video games offer a form of enjoyment. There are lots of people who don't play video games just by mere addiction. They also enjoy it and can have actually really good times. Secondly, video games can be a great form to relax, chill out, and just unfocus your brain when faced with a difficult challenge to then come back again at the challenge with renewed energy. Third, video games can be an opportunity to socialize with other people and to actually make friends who have similar interests to you, which can actually help you with self-improvement. And fourthly, there are some video games which, they're repetitive, addictive, and basically there is no point in playing them. But there are other video games which can actually stimulate your brain and creativity, and this can train your brain to have other points of view which overall can help you solve future challenges. So, as you can see, there are arguments against gaming and self-improvement, while there are other arguments which support the idea that we can do these two together. What I think is that we need to find a balance with self-improvement and video games, and this way we can be able to combine them together and do self-improvement without stopping to do something that you like playing video games. But what are these keys that we need to keep in mind with combining these two activities? First of all, and the most important one, is doing everything in balance. At the same time that we cannot spend all of the day playing video games and also expect to achieve our goals, we cannot expect to be able to work all the day on self-improvement and achieving for goals. It is true that even if you have lots of motivation, you might be able to do it. However, keep in mind that your brains need a rest, and playing video games can be a good activity to disconnect and be prepared to face the challenge after you've done relaxing. The second point to keep in mind is that video games that you truly enjoy. What I mean with this is that sometimes we don't play video games because we actually enjoy them. Sometimes we just play video games because we are addicted to them and it feels like a necessity. And these are the kinds of video games that you should try to avoid. Whereas there are other video games which we can have truly enjoyable times and have great experiences and not just an addiction. And these are the video games that I will consider to be compatible with self-improvement. Also, remember that even if you have goals that you are trying to do self-improvement, it's not about giving everything out that doesn't work towards your goals. Even though there are some activities which you do which doesn't go towards your goal, it is okay to do some activities which are not goal focused, and this doesn't mean that you're failing with self-improvement. It is important to, even though, be strict with yourself, don't be super strict. It is actually very beneficial for our brain to be flexible, and it is important to set realistic goals that we can achieve. And if you truly enjoy playing video games, stopping to do video games, it's a goal that you will not be able to achieve, and you will feel bad because you play video games. So the best thing to do is to feel okay, playing video games is okay, and this way you can combine them with self-improvement. In conclusion, remember that it's all about balance. Even though you are trying to achieve self-improvement, you can fit in time to play some video games. However, if video games are a barrier that stop you from getting your goals done, then you will need to think about it. But as long as you are getting your goals done and you are achieving towards being a better version of yourself, it is completely fine to play video games. But remember that video games, you need to really enjoy them. If they feel like an addiction or a necessity, then you may need to think about playing those kinds of video games. But if you are a person like me that loves playing video games, then it is perfectly fine to combine them with self-improvement, at least in my opinion. And if you like the video, like, subscribe, feel free to tell me your opinions in the comments, and peace out!